Under the leadership of President Omar al-Bashir, Sudan suffered from US-imposed sanctions that began in the 1990s. In order to receive economic help from the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, Bashir's government deployed its rapid special forces to Yemen in 2015 and cut off relations with Iran the following year. Sudanese mercenaries have also played a significant role in Libya's civil war, mostly fighting on the side of the UAE-backed General Khalifa Haftar. Now, nearly 1.5 years after Bashir's ouster, Sudan is undergoing a delicate political transition to democracy. Sudan's current government is divided between two major power centres. On one side, there is a so-called deep state made up of Sudanese military leaders who are close to the UAE. On the other side is a civilian-led component which has greater legitimacy and goodwill among the population at large. With Sudanese citizens protesting both their country's relationship with the UAE as well as the deployment of mercenaries to Yemen and elsewhere, much uncertainty surrounds questions about the future of Khartoum's ties with Abu Dhabi. Although many analysts embraced a narrative which expected post-Bashir Sudan to become the UAE's client state, this has not happened. In 2020, the civilian component of Sudan's government has pressured the country's militaristic deep state to avoid kowtowing to the UAE's leadership. This was especially evident when the General and Vice President of the Sudanese Transitional Military Council refused Abu Dhabi's multiple requests to deploy rapid special forces to Libya in order to further strengthen Haftar's position. Additionally, Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok telling US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo in August 2020 that his government had no mandate to formalise diplomatic relations with Israel further underscored the delicate balance of power that exists between the military and civilian leaders in Khartoum. Put simply, from Abu Dhabi's perspective, the transition in Khartoum has not gone according to plan. Yet with Washington keeping Sudan on the state sponsors of terrorism list, with some sanctions still imposed, the Sudanese will still need to turn to the UAE and Saudi Arabia for financial support. This gives both Abu Dhabi and Riyadh a degree of leverage over Khartoum that Sudan's revolutionaries must contend with.